Did Caffa's siege truly spread the bubonic plague? Imagine a bustling port in the year 1436. Ships from distant lands arrive, carrying goods and stories, but also something deadly. The siege of Caffa on the Crimean Peninsula is often linked to the start of the Black Death in Europe. Some say that during this siege, the Mongol army hurled plague-infected corpses over the city walls to infect the defenders. This story has been around 4 centuries and paints a vivid picture of early biological warfare. But is it entirely true? Caffa was a key trading hub connecting Asia and Europe. When the Mongol Golden Horde laid siege to it, the city was under attack from a force suffering from the plague. According to an eyewitness, the Italian notary Gabriele D. Mussis, the Mongols, unable to continue because of their own dying soldiers, threw dead bodies infected with the plague into Caffa. The defenders inside the city were exposed, and the disease spread quickly among them. As the city fell, fleeing traders and ships carried the infection across the Mediterranean. Ports like Venice and Genoa became gateways for the Black Death to enter Europe. While this story sounds convincing and fits with what we know about medieval warfare and disease, modern science suggests the situation was more complicated. The plague was already present in the region before the siege. It spread through multiple routes, including overland trade routes and other ports along the Black Sea. Ships continued to sail even during the siege, and infected rats and fleas were common in port cities. These factors meant that the disease was already spreading across Europe before the Mongols threw bodies over the walls. The bacteria responsible for the bubonic plague is called Yersinia pestis. It mainly spreads through fleas that live on rats. When fleas bite humans, they transmit the bacteria, causing symptoms like swollen lymph nodes called buboes, fever, and sometimes death. In medieval Europe, poor sanitation and lack of medical knowledge made the disease spread rapidly once it arrived. So, did the siege of Caffa directly cause the Black Death to spread into Europe? Not exactly. It was one of several events that contributed to the pandemic. The disease was already moving along trade routes and port cities. The story of the Mongol siege is important historically because it shows how humans tried to fight disease with violence, but it was not the sole reason for the pandemic. The Black Death was a complex event with many sources and pathways. In the end, the siege of Caffa highlights how interconnected trade, war, and disease were during medieval times. It reminds us that outbreaks like the Black Death didn't happen overnight but were the result of many factors working together. The story of Caffa is a powerful example of how humans have long struggled with infectious diseases and the devastating impact they can have on societies.